Okay, look at this, folks. We get to start with fun stuff. In part one, I told you what materials we needed, and I told you to have your, come on, to have your fusible fleece ironed on. And so because it is fleece, and I tell you what, if you take my advice and use thicker material, I'm tempted to take that off. No, I don't want to. I'm going to go with what I've got. I use thicker material, but we're going to sew this on, and I'm going to sew I'm going to quilt it, and I'm just going to, wait a minute, can you see what? I'm just going to start here and quilt just kind of down. I don't have any, I might use these flyers to go around like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use these flyers. I'm going to go down here like that, and down here like that, and around, and down here like that, and around. Then I'll be getting it vertically and sideways. There's two reasons for quilting. One is to make it pretty, and two is to hold your fleece in place so it doesn't move around on you if it comes loose with washing, and it will. So that's why you had to sew it down. All right, I'm going to take this over and let you watch me quilt this. And like I said, that's the most fun, I think. Let me get you a little bit closer. There you go. This happens to be an easy day for us today. We got all our work done yesterday while the post office and banks and stores were all closed. And so today we'll be getting our, oh look, I've got a tote bag of the same material. Huh, I might put these out there as a, so here we go. I know, I'm just babbling. I'm just going to do what I told you. And I'm still using the green thread. Whoa, come on. You know what? It's time for me to get a new needle. Woo, I didn't mean to. I am trying to hurry with this. Oh, now I don't want it to bunch up underneath me. That's one. We start on this one, okay. You can't see it so much because it's dark thread on dark pattern. Oh, my bobbin thread is not sufficient. Well, I'll change my bobbin. We were just starting to have fun. I tell you what, it pays to fill up a couple bobbins. It does pay to fill up a couple bobbins before you get started. Have you ever changed a bobbin before? I'm going to let you watch me do it. Yeah, here we go. You can see me do it. Here's what I do. I bring the thread up. I am blessed that I can load my bobbin without disconnecting my thread. Now where's my bobbin? Here's my bobbin. Someone asked me about my glasses, that I'm not wearing glasses anymore. And that is absolutely true. I'm not wearing my glasses because Yahusha healed my eyes. I have worn glasses all my life. And then I got cataracts. And my doctor told me that he could fix that astigma when he puts in the new lenses for my glasses. And of course, Medicare wouldn't pay for it, but that's okay. I paid for it because I knew Yahusha wanted to give me improved eyesight. I've been praying for it all my life, and here was my opportunity. Okay, now I've got my bobbin. I'm going to hold on to my thread. I'm going to push this over and step on the gas. I'm holding this thread, and my sewing teacher said it should break off, but it doesn't. So then I end up stopping and cutting it off. Or maybe I'll just go ahead and cut it off without stopping it. Let's go. Well, oh. There we go. Isn't that fun to watch? It's mesmerizing. ASMR. This won't take long. Uh-oh. I didn't cut that off close enough. You don't want to leave that much of it hanging out. It'll tangle up and cause a problem. Voila! It is done. And what's done is done. Well, there you go. All right, back to quilting. If I can remember where I left off. See? Just look at the back. I can see where I was. When did I leave off? I'll just go over here and do this one. I did enough on that one. The one I left off on was over here. Yeah. Well, it looks really pretty on this side too, but nobody's going to see that. Here we go. Okay. You can get fancier with it if you want to, but I don't see any need to. I think that's going to stabilize it pretty much. If my thread would show up, that would be different, but I didn't want to use thread to be that much of a contrast. Okay, so we have this finished. Now we want to find the center. Okay. Now the zipper is going to go, let me move this out of the way. I didn't prepare my zipper because I knew you were going to need to prepare yours. And so here's my black zipper. And this is for beginners. Not everybody. I didn't know how to open a zipper. I didn't know how to get a zipper out of a container. I just know that it said, you know, it says remove zipper from this end. And I always wondered why. And the reason why is because it pulls out easily. They design it that way. Throw this away. And then you've got these staples. I don't have a staple remover. It's on my wish list. So I just use now, you know, you all, if you've watched any of my zipper bags, you know how I like to prepare my zipper. This is a different style bag, and that won't work, but we will be preparing it. We'll be preparing it with these tabs instead. It'll be a little bit different from the way I usually do it. So here you've got your zipper, and it needs to be cut off to 16.5 inches. Now the 16.5 inches doesn't include this, okay? In fact, I'm going to cut that part off right now. I have 2 pairs of scissors on my sewing table. I have one pair that gets that only goes on fabric. This pair, I use it for fabric and cutting my zippers open and other things, but that only uses fabric. So I'm cutting this off here. What was that? Okay, I seem to be zipper cutting impaired for some reason. All right. $16.5 inches. So I cut that end off. And here we go. I'm going to just measure this. Oh. I could have gone ahead and cut the thing off. I'm going to take the pull tab off, but we're going to follow her instructions. I'm going to teach you her way, unless I definitely think my way would be better. But I don't see a problem with leaving the pull tab on right now. I don't see the point and leaving it there and taking a chance on losing it. Well, let's leave it there for now. Hope that's 16.5. This needs to be trimmed down a little bit. Okay, here we go. Trash. So the first, we're going to jump right on into putting the zipper on. Okay, we're going to find the center of your material. This is important. I didn't do it this way the first time, and I broke the rules before I knew the rules, and guess what? I learned the importance of it enough to teach you the right way. So let's find, I'm just looking for the center of this so I can place it. I'm just cutting these little tips off. This is something I learned on her channel. Now we're going to face this face down. We're going to match the center of this zipper. See how that matches? Okay. And now it's sticking over on both sides. Because the reason it sticks over that way, you've got to be able to add the pull tab back on. She takes it off at some point, and then we've got to put it back on. So we've got to have zipper hanging off of both sides. All right. I'm going to pin this. Get my pins. That's 2 pins. I usually can't even pick up 1. And here I get 2. Okay. Also, I'm having to do something I don't like to do. I like to have the pull over there, but I cut the center that right there, and I messed myself up, but that's okay. We have to be flexible, don't we? We can be flexible. Yahusha likes for us to be flexible in all things except keeping his commandments. He's not very flexible about that. He's very adamant. Now, we're going to take the liner. We don't have to know the center of the liner because we know we line this liner up with the outside of the material. And so we just make sure that we've got our corners matched up perfectly. Okay, I'm going to take that pin out and include the liner in the pinning. See that? Make sure it's matched up perfectly well. I'm leaving that pin where it is. Sometimes I like to leave a pin just between the front material and the zipper by itself. And then I like to have some pins that, of course, include the all 3 layers. Because the zipper is always wanting to move around on you. And you're forever having to reach in there and make adjustments. And so sometimes you want the zipper pinned down while you adjust the other two pieces of material. Okay. Now this side, I just need to make sure that zipper's where it needs to be, and I'm just going to lay this right on top of this. Okay. I've got my hot little hand on this. I'm not going to pin it. Now we're going to sew 1/4 of an inch. And no, I am, don't turn off on me. I am not using my zipper foot. I've got that walking foot on there, baby. And I'm going to need the walking foot far more than I need that zipper foot. Now let me make sure you can see me. There you go. You see me real fine now. Watch this. Uh-oh, there's that thing. I've got to get under here and pull it down. There's something not letting me. There's something not letting me under there. Oh, it's the zipper pull. I didn't pull it far enough out of my way. Good grief. I didn't pull it any further down because these pins were in my way, and okay. I'm glad I'm letting you see the struggle I'm going through, because you know, when you watch those silent tutorials with nothing to hear except this obnoxious music. Well, sometimes it's not obnoxious, but you don't know what it is, why they're doing what they're doing. I'm trying to explain it all to you, and if I make mistakes, then I can explain to you why that was a mistake. See, that was a mistake that I left that pin there. Did you hear that click? That means I just dulled my needle a little bit more. Okay, that was one side of the zipper. The thing about zippers, there's always two sides to the story. Right? Right. Okay, here we go. Now, this is, if you forgot, this is the bag that we're going to do. This is our bag. I'm going to put that on the thumbprint. I'm going to try to put that on the thumbnail for the picture. Sometimes I get lazy and I don't feel like doing it. Okay. I had to find the zipper. I couldn't find the zipper. I'm going to go over here to the ironing board. Hopefully I'll cut this part out. Okay. I was looking at something there and I forgot what I was looking for, so I just decided to quit looking. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's an objective to the ironing. You don't just want to iron it to make it look nice. You want to iron this so that you can get this zipper, the seam of this zipper to lay down. And so we're going to iron it this way. That trains it to go this way. Oh, you know what? I just figured out. We can't take the zipper pull out until we get the zipper completely on. I understand that now. All right, now we want to iron it going back this way to train the material to crease at the zipper, both sides to crease at the zipper. See, we're ironing it to train the material. And then after we iron this, we're going to put a top stitch right across up here. And the top stitch is a very important step because it will keep you from getting your zipper or the lining stuck up inside the zipper. So that's a very important step. This ironing is an important step. We're going to come back and iron it again after we get the other side of the zipper on. I'm just going to stop and start with B. Maybe you need to get right down on top of it to see the stitching itself. Here we go. Just like an eighth of an inch, making sure that you catch the zipper. still looks very nice. Okay. Next step, then I think we'll take a break. For this next step, we're going to bring our, are you seeing it? Yeah. For this, we're going to bring the top, the outer portion with the fleece on it up to, no, that's wrong. Remember, I'm dyslexic, okay? We're going to bring this. See, this is the front. Do you see that very well? Okay. We're going to bring this and just line. Well, first of all, make sure your material lines up, okay? And the zipper has to line up just to the top edge. But your material has to meet. Okay. I'm pinning the front of this other side of the zipper to the front of the material. And there's my pull tab down there. We're going to get, I know now why we can't take it off. We can't take the pull tab off yet because we've got to do this part and we've got to have the zipper together. It wouldn't work. Now, we're going to sandwich the zipper with this liner, making sure that it's lined up down here. Line it up. Make James Taylor proud. You know, that song James Taylor did. Just call on my name and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Now, who does that sound like? Who is the only living thing in the universe that can come to you the minute you call? And that's exactly what Yahusha will do. He will come running. You call on him, and he'll be there. He'll be around. When the world's collapsing around you, and you think you haven't got a friend in the world, call on Yahusha. He'll be there. You've got a friend. And if you don't know who he is, he'll introduce himself to you. Okay, now we're going to sew along the top here. And when I get to that, I'll have to move it down out of my way. Here we go. We're doing good now, folks. I think I'm going to get the zipper in and give you all a break. Because I don't think any of you brought your lunch with you, did you? Whoop. Pins. And there's one hiding under there. I don't need it once I get the needle in there. Yep, everything's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and move that because I don't have any more of it pinned. And I'm going to have it, I'm going to be zipped in. Here we go. Okay. Hey, how about that? Now, I am going to take this, I'm going to take this pin out now because there's no way I can top stitch. And there's no way I can sew this. Watch this. There we go. The structure is there. I just have to take this off so I can, and I was struggling with leaving it on, but I'm not going to. And here's a trick I do. I find something like a pin, and I pin these pull tabs onto something that I know I'm not going to lose. I'll show you where I'm going to pin it to. Here we go. There's my pull tab. Right there. I won't lose it now. But it is going to make it easier to sew this. I can't iron, I'm going to have to to iron this, I'm going to just do it like, pull it straight down. Top stitch this. See, that's the next step. I've just got to top stitch this, but I have to iron this down so I can do it. It's a little harder to iron since I can't separate the pieces. Oh. we go. I think I've got that pretty good now. If you're interested in following up and keeping it, you better subscribe. And I appreciate it if you are going to keep up, to at least like it, if you wouldn't mind. Okay. She's top stitched. Can't see it on this side. But she's top stitched. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to finish this up on the next video, okay? It's almost done. I love you. Like and subscribe. And remember, keep the commandments and be the bride. Shalom.